Hi there, you guys, Taurus. Welcome to your general forecast. Cross-watcher energies are interchangeable, but only take the portions that resonate with you. And remember to check out your rising and moon and Venus signs for a more complete picture. My readings, they do meld together. Taurus, I'd really like to thank you for supporting my channel, the likes and the subscribes, and the comments. Thank you. Today you're going to get 5 cards from the Rider-Waite deck, 1 card from the Wisdom of the Oracle, and 1 Divine Feather message. And now here's your first card. This is the general atmosphere. It's the background and the basis of the matter. The 3 of Swords, Taurus. Air energy. This is Saturn in Libra. This is stormy weather for the affections. It's a heartache. It's having to allow the pain to run through, and then there will be healing. Saturn always brings in restrictions and delays, especially if we do not respond to our abilities. This is a difficult realization, an emotional pain. It's a flash of understanding, and then a difficult loss. Maybe the hopes were higher than the results. And something is sinking in. Probably the truth. This someone, they may have been lied to or betrayed on. This can represent unnecessary criticism or a negativity. It's cutting to the heart of the matter. It's quarrels, separation, separated through distance, and feeling the pain of that separation. This can be a rejection, or the end of some sort of ailment, even surgery. Can be letting go of some way of thinking, because it's no longer useful, and this is not an easy loss. But this release will make room for further growth and maturity, because pain is a strong motivator to change. This is an emotional rawness that must be allowed to run its course. Your second card, and this is the energy that's crossing over your path. These are your subconscious influences. This can bring in some tension. And this isn't that great of a card, so it's going to block your forward progress if you dwell on this. 9 of Swords. This is Mars in Gemini. It's overthinking. Way too much overthinking. Brings in unfounded anxiety and fear and insomnia. Could have some low energy. There's a need to be patient and talk about the problems that you bury. You'll need to speak up to solve these problems, or it brings in regrets, nightmares. And this suffering, it is in your mind. It's a mental torture, so you'll need to make required changes for a better future. These can be ruined plans or health worries. So steps should be taken to solve those problems, but you are near the end of this mental ordeal. This is a preoccupation with a past experience. Could be feeling unworthy or overly fearful or worried about the future. Could be overly sensitive to others' opinions. This worrying is pointless unless it drives you to take action, to confront your worries and fears, and then take steps to solve those problems. You can talk to someone, write in a journal, see a doctor. But if you continue to doubt and fear, then it continues to haunt you. This is a high-stress card. This is someone that might be having feelings of guilt regarding a past transgression. But often the fear of difficulties is worse than the reality. The fear is far worse than the outcome, so put 2 and 2 together and look at contradictions around you and strengthen your resolve and your patience, and try not to feel so down by temporary blockages or difficulties. These are old goals that darken over, and then new ones lighten up, and there's going to be fresh mental pastures ahead. The Three of Swords with the Nine of Swords is feeling like your heart was broken to pieces. Sorry about that, Taurus. I'm a Taurus rising. This may have been blown out of proportion. It's grief and worry about a separation. And it's worry and anxiety that's overblown. Your third card, this is how it affects you. These are the external influences that you're consciously aware of, Taurus. Number 20 of the Major Arcana in the Rider-Waite deck, Judgment. This could be a Scorpio. Scorpio could be in your chart. This has to do with new purpose and new plans, new beginnings. It's a spiritual awakening. Could be getting a call. This is a major turning point in an evaluation of past actions and the consequences of those actions. This is a rebirth, a shift, getting a second chance, even a second lease on life. It's being deeply inspired and uplifted, awakened, reborn. There's clarity on life's purpose, and you're feeling summoned to a higher awareness. You're feeling redeemed and feeling on the same wavelength with others. This person can be a motivator. They're inspired, they have big ideas, there's a new phase, and you're rising above all the problems that you've had in the past. Could be getting good news. This is sudden changes. It's making final decisions. It may have long-term effects. This would be an epic decision. And this is a fast card that has long-term effects. This can be someone returning from the past. And it's the end of an old way of life, a cycle that is finished, so it's time to seek a new direction and to make adjustments. Someone may be making a judgment call. The Three of Swords with the Judgment. There will be a renewal, and someone may have had some painful introspection. Your fourth card. It's a position of the future. It's the outcome, the results, and the advice. This is a prediction. Normally this will not resonate with you because it could be a surprise. Number 6 of the Major Arcana, the Lovers. This is an air energy card ruled by Mercury. This could be a Gemini, or Gemini could be in your chart. This can stand for a relationship or a choice. Someone may feel like someone else is heaven sent by destiny. That is the angel Raphael, the angel of air. This represents relationship and love and union, sexuality and choice and decision. It's the fruitfulness of correct thought. There's choice and temptation and attraction. This can be the struggle between sacred and profane love. There could be trials and learning and growing through relationships. These are soulmates being meant for each other. There's an alignment and a balance between physical desire and spiritual needs. This represents the power of a mature sexual union, and that angel Raphael above them stands for truth and strength found in the relationship. This can be an important and usually long-lasting relationship. There's attraction and love and beauty and trials overcome, and there's physical and emotional healing. And if you're unattached, this can be pointing to a future relationship. This card carries a blessing. It's being at a crossroads. There could be a critical life decision with a love relationship. You'll need to act with your heart and do what you love, and then everything else will follow naturally. And you will make the right choice. So be clear about your personal beliefs. This can also be an attraction for something different coming, because you're about to evolve into a higher plane of understanding. So remember to communicate openly and honestly, and that then creates harmonious and fulfilling relationships built on trust and respect. The Three of Swords with the Lovers is making a decision in a major love relationship, and it may cut to the heart of the matter. So think about how you feel now. This is a need to know yourself emotionally and decide to go and not stay in place. Your fifth card, it's the bottom of the deck card. The underlying issue. This is what's unseen. It's unseen, it's because it's something that you're not sharing with others, yet you are consciously aware of this. Taurus. This is something you may not talk about with others. This card often goes with number 1, the basis of the matter. It's the only other card that you might just resonate with. It is in your subconscious. This Justice card could be a Libra. It could also have to do with legal matters and the justice system, balance, and karma. Number 11 represents the soul path. This is a balance that's required. It's striving for that truth and balance, equity and rightness. It's a triumph of the deserving side in law, and remembering that divine justice cuts through illusions and picks out the facts. This is an examination of life, or more immediately of this situation, and it calls for us to weigh everything carefully and to accept responsibility for what we have done and to understand what other people in the situation have done. The scales also balance past and future, and that upright sword symbolizes the keen mind that's able to cut through those illusions and then pick out the facts. This is standing strong against things that are trying to throw you off balance. It's balancing intuition with logic. It can be that life-altering decision. These are well-ordered thoughts and self-correction and integrity. It's accepting responsibility for your choices and striving for balance. It could even be rectifying a situation. It's keeping promises and telling the truth and trusting divine order. And you could also be dealing with legal issues. And remembering that actions always carry consequences. The Three of Swords with the Justice card. These are 2 Libra cards. There is a decisive step that should be taken to put heartache behind you. The Nine of Swords with the Judgment card is a removal of guilt, and you're now able to see shortcomings and how they created anxiety and pain. And it will be able to be taken from the heart forever. This might have been deep-rooted in ego. The Nine of Swords with the Lover cards. These are both Gemini cards. It's worry and anxiety about a relationship or a choice. It's negative thoughts about a partnership. It can be a choice between 2 lovers. The Nine of Swords with the Justice card is a bitter truth. It's worry or anxiety over a balanced decision or a legal matter. This can be a deserved punishment. Judgment with the Lover's card is a love beyond death. It's respect for a person or even the past. This can represent a great teacher or a great example. It's preserving the memory of someone, and it's also making the choice to let go or reconcile. It's choices and changes that transform. Judgment with the Justice card. Now that is a fire energy plus air energy. Those 2 energies enhance, they support each other. This is a good combination. This is clarity and reckoning. It's awakening and a cause and effect. It's a new level of understanding and rebirth. And you get what you put out. Lovers with the Justice card is making a union legal. It's partners that balance each other's weak spots. It's balance and a good match. Here's your Wisdom of the Oracle card. by Colette Baron Reed. Taurus, you've got number 10, Unfinished Symphony. Number 10, Unfinished Symphony. Unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, and the need to make amends. The Oracle's message is, this is a time to tie up loose ends as you near the completion of a cycle or project and mastery of a lesson or skill. Before you can move forward, it's important that you come to terms with where you are now. Practical, radical acceptance. Take inventory so that emotional and psychological closure can occur and the answers you seek will be found. You cannot move forward if you're leaving things unfinished. Reflect on what has passed so that the symphony can finally end on a high note. Here's the relationship message. Moving on is difficult when love lingers. Things are left unsaid, and you haven't had the opportunity for closure in your relationship and in your heart. You can still feel bound up in relationships when closure is denied to you. It's important to achieve this for yourself. Write that letter, make that call, or have that conversation over a cup of coffee. For peace of mind, accept matters as they are. Make amends if need be, and declare your feelings, if only to yourself. Be clear about what was left unresolved, and close the door on the past so you can set yourself free. Only then can new love blossom. Here's the prosperity message. Make sure you complete projects now before starting new ones. Perhaps you've created something special that will increase your sense of abundance and bring you opportunities for wealth. However, if you do not see it through, it won't add up to anything but more clutter. Now is the time to put your nose to the grindstone and complete the tasks that have accumulated. Pay your bills, sign documents, do your filing, hand in assignments. Complete a work of art. Tie up loose ends so you can move forward with surety, knowing you're on the prosperous path and feeling refreshed and excited about the future. Here's your Divine Feather message by Allison D. Nicola. And Taurus, this is the feather of Osprey. Your success is now at hand. Allow the abundance to flow to you effortlessly. Osprey. This seabird is one of the largest birds of prey in North America. Ospreys are great providers, unfussy and very social. They build sturdy nests high upon tops of poles or in tall trees or near the sea. Known to migrate long distances, they come back over and over again to the same places to nest and nurture their young. Their skill and acute vision allows them to dive from the sky into the sea and catch their food effortlessly. This fishing skill allows them to be abundant and successful providers for their families. Thus, finding osprey feather is a favorable omen for success, abundance, and family life. Osprey swoops in and delights you with the message of success and abundance. This divine feather message encourages us to use our unique skills to provide what is needed and share it with others. It shows us that there is abundance available right now in the perfect form. Be sure to make your priorities clear and set your sights because now is the time to jump into something feet first. Osprey supports your success and encourages you to nurture yourself and to serve your family as well. Keep an open mind as you do, for it is certain that your view of abundance may shift and evolve. The energies are abundance, success, and skill. Thanks, you guys, Taurus. I hope you stay tuned in and leave me a comment or a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Now remember, what goes around comes around, so I'm sending you guys out love and light and blessings. Hope you can feel it. Thanks for watching.